Hey everyone, welcome back to the channel. So in front of me I have a VC640. What is that? Well, that's the head unit for the 24 WRX GT and up. This has the navigation system. This should have the speed limits sign and everything kind of going to the dashboard. So we're going to find out if this will work on my 24 Crosstrek, and if it doesn't, then it's going to go in my 23 WRX GT, which will then upgrade it to Android Auto, or I could just return it. One thing of note, last time I was doing something with the car, I accidentally broke this out, so at least I got a cable out of this now. So yeah, I'm gonna basically come here and we're going to pop this guy out, and then this pulls out 2 screws, 4 bolts, pull it out, swap it around, plug it all up, and go from there. So just give me a moment, I'll be right back. All right, so I'm back. I forgot my little pry tool. So you're gonna basically come in here, get in at least the groove, and then that just pops out. And then pop this guy out. Should just be able to kind of pull gently. There we go. So next we're just going to gently pull. And basically you're going to want to, I'm going to have to readjust that, so sorry. So you're going to pull this like this. And let me move that a little bit. So there's some grooves that you can see on these that stick inside of there. So I'm going to put this up top for now. So like I said earlier, 2 screws. So hopefully this isn't too big. Oh, that's what she said. I just had to do it. Sorry guys. All right, smaller screw. That'll work. Hopefully you can see. I'm fine with it falling there because it fell where I needed to. And I apologize for being in the tank top again like I was the last time, but you know what guys, it's kind of still hot here. All right, so next I should then be able to pull this guy out. I'm gonna have to take the trip reset off. And then got this guy to do 4 bolts, I believe. So 1 second. All right, everyone, I'm back. So next will be to pull this piece out. This will come out, not necessarily this, but the trip part right here. And you'll just unhook that. The rest should be the same. I'm gonna try to keep this on here so I don't have to mess with it. So give me a minute here. Let's see, give me a moment here. Let me do this. You know what, I'm just gonna unhook that because I don't want to F it up. I can refix that and adjust that, that's fine. Those are out. Yep, just pull it out like that. And like I said, there's a clip pin here. So give me just a second. Man, I always hate this one. All right, give me a second and pause this because the camera's in the way really for this. All right, so basically there's just this guy right here. Hopefully you can see. Let me move it around, hold on. Got this guy right here. So just a little push in gets it to come out. As you can see, there's 4 of these guys. There's one here, one on this side, and there's one, and then it just pulls out. So give me just a moment here, as this was the piece that I just pulled out, so I'm gonna put it in the back. So far, I started this probably like 4 minutes ago. I'm almost done with pulling it out. So I think when I did this last time, I had to use this. I'm not sure if that's the right one. It's not. It's an 8 or 9. So I need to go actually find the right proper tool, and I can't believe I didn't do this beforehand. I thought I did. That's on me. One moment, I'll be right back. All right, everyone. So where we last left off, I was jumping to go get the proper tool. And when I started working on it and I was recording, I had the door open and it was making noises. Even if I closed the door, it was still making noises because this was not going to be inside in park. It had to be in basically down here in the M and Drive. That's just so I could get like the whole system out. So basically, there's 4 bolts right there. You'll pull those out. Then you're basically going to pull the whole system out. There's going to be a bunch of different cables back there. So you're just going to have to take your time. There's little push pins. You push them out. I think it's best if you actually go to the passenger side and try to go in through this side versus having to deal with the steering wheel. So then once you do that, you'll pull it out. The unit will be down here on the bottom. And then you'll basically have 8 more screws, 4 on each side. You'll unscrew it, you'll unhook it from the actual screen itself, and then you just put on the new one and reverse order, slap it back on, and once you do, you wait for everything to pop up. We're going to hit agree, and now you can see I have maps. It loads the navigation. I still have wireless CarPlay. Let's see, if I do this, I can actually change the Excel to the speed limit sign if I wanted to. So that tells me, guess what? I actually now have speed limit. So let me see, speed limit. So it would come up there and it would show there, but right now there's no speed limit, right? So I'm going to go back to my accelerator. That's what I like. Also, it gives me weather. You got to give it a little bit of time, but then eventually kind of pop up and give me stuff. Yeah, so there we go. One thing it did do, it turned it into an Outback Wilderness. Is what it is. It thinks it's an Outback Wilderness. That's cool. Wish it would give me a turbo, but whatever. So let's go over here real quick. So now we come over here. You can see now we have the compass. Unnamed road. So obviously if I was driving, it would have the name of the road. Obviously there's that. I think that's going to be it, if I remember right. Yeah. The only other thing would be to show you is as I'm driving, the actual speed limit sign does show there. I'm just not going to get out and drive it real quick. So that's basically it. It's a really simple install. If you just kind of follow what I did, you shouldn't have any issues. So yeah, next will be me putting one in my WRX GT. I found one online. So actually this is a completely different one than I originally done. So really this is like the video was delayed and I just now was getting a chance to edit it and I realized I was missing a piece to show you this. So I'm making this, but this is actually a different one. The one I had before would look like just a regular Outback, but that's fine. I'm going to take that unit and I'm going to actually try it in my brother's car to see if it gives him the boost gauge there like it does on the WRX. If it does, he's going to keep it and then he'll just pay me for it. If it doesn't give him the boost gauge and whatever, I'll probably just throw it in mine. But I'm thinking that unit will give the boost gauge because he has a turbo, so we'll check that out. But yeah, I do plan on trying to video that one if I get a chance. So yeah, I hope you liked this video. I hope it's been very informative. Hoping if you decide to do the swap to give yourself navigation or maps, you know, I love it. I love actually just listening to the radio now, especially since it's football season and just having it on sports talk and then just doing this and not having to worry about my phone and draining my phone battery down. It's great. So, other than that, that's going to be it for this episode. So as always, you know, like, subscribe if you want to see more videos or see when stuff drops. And yeah, got any questions, just throw them in the chat and I'll try to answer. Till next time, Subi out.